Hi everybody, I'm here to report on last night's Champions League qualifier where Dynamo Kiev managed to knock out Rangers by 2 goals to nil. To say this was a disappointment is really understating it. It was just so enraging from start to finish practically. We weren't helped, of course, by the fact that we had to play this game at Hampden. You just can't generate the same atmosphere as you can in an Ibrox European night. And although the crowd tried, you just can't do it. We would have beaten that team if we'd been playing them at Ibrox. It wasn't a great game. Both teams were playing pretty average stuff, nothing great, hardly any chances created. I think their goalkeeper had one save, Jack Butland. I don't think had one save. So it was that kind of game. It was all possession, but not threatening possession. So it was all done away from the goal mouth in most cases. So it wasn't a great game. We were just as good as them. They're not a great team. They're a decent team, but we should have beaten them. We've beaten far better teams than them over the last 2, 3 years. So that was a disappointment as well. But the thing that really enrages you, obviously, is the incompetent Italian referee Luigi O'Shaughnessy. Right from the very beginning, you knew he was a dud because I think it was in the 3rd minute, McCausland got the ball, ran towards their out in the wing, ran towards their goal. The Ukrainian guy tried to foul him from behind, went down holding his face. Meanwhile, a couple of yards further on, the next Ukrainian guy fouled McCausland. The referee blows for a foul. We're thinking, well done, you saw that. But no, he blows for a foul when the first guy tackled McCausland. So he gives it the other way. So that should have been a sign of things to come because up until the sending off, the 3 bookings he gave to us just were not bookings, just ridiculous decisions. Meanwhile, they were doing worse fouls and he was giving us a foul, but no yellow card to them. So it looked like he was determined to book us for anything and not them. And even worse, usually, if a team knocks us out of the European tournament, I wish them well. I hope they do well. It'd be even better if you see them winning the thing because it makes you look better. This time, I hope this mob get thrashed by Salzburg. I hope they don't make it to the Champions League because talk about cheating. Right from that first instance that I've just described, they were rolling about, holding their legs, holding their knees, holding their faces when nobody went anywhere near their face, rolling about, 2 or 3 times when they hit the deck at the least challenge. It was absolutely disgraceful, the cheating that was going on. And that's obviously what happened with Shefty's sending off because even when I saw it at the time, I didn't think it was a booking. Nobody did. And then when I saw it later on TV, Shefty jumps 2, 3 feet higher than the guy who's challenging for the ball in the air. The two of them are looking at the ball. Shefty jumps higher, and as he's coming down, his arm, not his elbow, not his fist, his arm maybe brushes his neck or his shoulder, but the guy goes down, rolling about, holding his face, of course. And if you see it on TV, when the ball goes away from the two of them, the referee's looking at where the ball went, and the play continues for a few seconds. And then the referee looks round and sees the guy rolling about in agony, and that's where he decides to give him a yellow card. Absolute donkey of a referee. So anyhow, that turned the whole game. It was pretty even up until then. We'd had the best chance. The only goalkeeper to make a save up until that point was the Ukrainian goalkeeper, but that finished us really. We knew deep down we weren't going to beat them with 10 men because they could keep possession, pass it about nicely, move into space. All that's hard enough at the best of times, but when you've got 10 men, you're really up against it. And in fact, in that first half, we had a few chances, half chances. Shefty had a header that he should have done better with. He put it by the post. Ditto Drossers, who headed it right to the goalkeeper. Another nice move from the right, saw the ball come across into the box. There's Lawrence. All he has to do is shoot first time, but no, he tries to take a touch, gets it tangled between his feet, and it just gets booted away to safety. The best chance of the half came when, for once, Drossers actually put a nice pass through the middle for McCausland to run onto. He ran onto it, only the goalkeeper to beat. 18-yard line, and his shot was like a pass back. The goalkeeper made a mess of it actually, he just sort of parried it away. I thought he could have just held it. It was so tame a shot, so that was a really good chance. And in the second half, even after we were down to 10 men, Diomande did the same thing. He ran in on goal into the box. Instead of shooting, he decided to turn in a different direction to fool the defenders when he didn't need to fool them. He just needed to have a shot, and it went to Drossers, and he couldn't do anything with it either. Couldn't pass it, couldn't shoot, and it went away to safety. So that was another chance wasted. So we had chances. They had a few, not real chances, half chances, and then the last 8 minutes when we were down to 10 men, obviously the first goal was just ridiculous that the guy was allowed to shoot from the 18-yard line. He got between Lawrence and I think it was Suter, and he just shot into the corner, so nothing Butland could do. But it should never have got to that stage. It should have been blocked when it came to the guy. So anyhow, that was the first goal. We knew it was over. Minute later, 2 minutes later, second goal, a breakaway. Tavernier up against two guys out in the wing, a 1-2 between them. The best man in our team last night, yet again, was little Barron, and he blocked the guy on the ball, but of course Tavernier was too slow to react and get beside the guy who'd already done the wall pass. So when it came back to him, he had a free shot at goal because Tavernier was 2-3 yards away from him. Terrible defending again. But by that time we were stretched trying to get a goal, obviously, so it was inevitable they would score with another breakaway. So bad goals to lose right at the last 10 minutes of the game. But I suppose we all knew by that time we weren't going to get a goal, even when it was nothing each with 10 men. Even if it had gone into extra time, we couldn't have retrieved the situation. So thank you, referee Luigi O'Shaughnessy. You did a great job. I hope you get slagged everywhere you go because of that, because that turned the whole game. I thought the last 20 minutes of the first half we were controlling the game more, we're attacking more, we're making more chances, and we looked as if we might continue that in the second half. And then what happens 5 minutes into the second half, you're down to 10 men unjustly. Bad enough if it was a reckless tackle or something from the defender or the Rangers player and you could blame him for it, but this time the blame's squarely on the shoulders of the ref, as well as the cheating Ukrainian rolling about as if he'd been elbowed in the face when you can see clearly on TV it was nowhere near his face. So they did that the whole game, so that's why I wish them ill in the coming round. I hope Red Bull Salzburg knock them out, and if they don't, I hope they get thrashed in every game in the Champions League, because that kind of cheating is just absurd when you're a top class tournament. You shouldn't be having to do that to try and progress. So let's hope the worst for them. As for us, Connor Barron, again, man of the match, maybe the youngest guy in the team. He seemed to play deeper, almost like as if we were playing a 4-1 with him the one, but he was looking for the ball, making himself available to teammates to take a pass, passing it on, getting stuck in, all energy and determination. If we had 4 or 5 more like him, we'd have no problems, obviously. So he was the man of our match. Tavernier, again, not good. He's done. Yilmaz wasn't great either on the other side. Before he got injured, there's another injury. 3 players out for months probably, and we've only played 2 league games and 2 Champions League qualifiers, so he wasn't great in the first place. Suter and Prupa were actually okay for most of the game. Jack Butland had nothing to do. Diomande did some good things, but not enough. Too deep most of the time. Lawrence a disaster. Just get rid of him. McCausland was poor. Cherny, who had looked good on Saturday, came on and just did nothing. Just didn't look the same guy who played on Saturday. So that was a disappointment. So most of the players were average at best, and that's not good enough when you're playing a team like Kiev. So poor night all round, disappointment. We'll just have to move on and hope we get at least 2 new players in before the end of the transfer window, and hopefully the ones that are there can find a bit of form, because we do have some good players. They're just not showing it at the moment. So I think that's about all I can say. I'm disappointed. Put it behind us. Look forward to the Europa League, and we might do a bit better then. See you after Saturday's game.